everybody is panicking. Arsene Wenger's panicking. The rest of the league is panicking. Pundits are panicking. Because they want, you start to realize how much people hate United by the way they talk about this moment in time. Before, we wasn't even good enough for the Europa. We're not even going to, remember that they laughed at the fact of Man United winning a trophy this season. It was funny before. It was 18th in this competition. And it looked like it was going out, and they almost used that as a stick to beat us with, saying they can't even perform in that competition. Only to be a game away from a final, a game away from European selection, and a game away from doing something that makes this club better. When you talk about these Arsenal things, and just on a bit of a serious but quick one, they talk about, does Man United have a right to be in the Champions League because they're not going to win it? Well, if we did it by right, then what the hell has Arsenal been doing for the last 10 to how many years? They've been there. Do they have a right to be there? Are they going to win it? Absolutely not. Is Aston Villa going to win the Champions League? Absolutely not. Is Nottingham Forest going to win the Champions League in this current? No. So why do you have a problem with us being there? Is it because there's something about us that you don't want to see us jammy our way to a final? I'm not saying we're getting to a Champions League final, but you don't want to see us like be rubbish and still be there. None of their arguments hold water, make sense. It is just literally hate. You want to be able to at the end of the season say, these are the worst team, this, that, and the other, rare. You want to talk like that. But if we qualify ourselves, you man are finished. And don't let any rival fan tell you that it doesn't matter, or it's a disgrace, or this, that, and the other. The game is about enjoying those moments. The game is about lifting trophies, and I'm taking these trophies. I don't want to be in a position I'm in, but I'm going to celebrate this trophy like never before, bro. Because when we was winning, they even told us it's not a good enough Man United side that won the title. There's always disrespect attached to when we do stuff, and I'm not having it anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's for this, there's that whole thing about, it's not right that Man United could qualify for the Champions League through the Europa League. It's one of those such a non-issue things, isn't it? I mean, because again, they haven't cared when Sevilla did it a couple of seasons ago and they were mid-table in La Liga. I mean,
Frankfurt finished 11th.
Yeah, Frankfurt finished 11th. I mean, it's the reason why is because it's obviously we're Manchester United, and obviously because it's low, but also we're low in the league, but no one cares. You know what I mean? Like it's not one of those things. I mean, the most hilarious thing particularly with the Arsenal complaints is that during their banter period or whatever, they were trying to qualify for the Champions League, for the Europa League a bunch of times. Like they literally had a final against Chelsea where if they'd have won it, they'd have got into the Champions League, right? So but now suddenly it's terrible because the tables have turned. It's just sour grapes.
It's because it's Man United. It's because it is because it's Man United why that's coming up. When we was talking about it at the beginning of the season, well, and also this has been like this for 10 years. Do you know that? This has been like that for a decade. This thing where you win the Europa League / UEFA Cup and go to... Has Europa League been going 10 years? Actually, yeah, probably has now.
Longer.
So it wasn't even UEFA Cup before. So for at least a decade, whoever's won this always goes to the Champions League. So at the beginning of the season, there aren't big pieces being written. There's no big media scrutiny. There's no rivals going, I tell you what, I've just thought about today. What has really made me disgusted. This is like game one of the season. No one's gone. If someone gets relegated this year, but manages to win that flipping Europa League and get to the Champions, that's a disgrace, I was just thinking about that with my morning tea. No one thought that. No one said it. No one's ever said it. No one's cared. It's because it's Man United. And like you said, KG, it's because it's like, how do it's always them. They get to be that shit, that crap. But they can still go and experience happiness. The same with the FA Cup final. Let's remember this. The FA Cup final, the second one, last year, it was Eric Ten Hag's on his way out, which he was at that time, and Man United don't have any chance. City have just won the league, and we know what happens when you buck up on City in championship mode. That dead Man United team that's just finished 8th have no chance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, Manchester City. Yeah, we know what type of City that is. Proceed to win. What is it? The man was drunk, mate. They're drunk. Drunk, mate. They weren't concentrating. They weren't concentrating. They're on the beach. I'm sorry. They collect the treble. They've just won the league 4 times in a row. What do you mean? On the beach. We got told you got no chance. We all thought I know a lot of us thought we had no chance on the day as well, by the way. But, and that thing that happened against Coventry, you shouldn't even have got there. That toenail, it just reversed it. Because you're right, KG. Seeing Man United do this and find a way, even though this ain't even our level that we want to be at. We want to be doing that for the Champions League and the Premier League. It's our level now. And they hate to see that it's us. Arsene Wenger at the beginning of the season didn't bring this up.
Again, Courts has said it. Wigan won the FA Cup and got relegated. But it was like, that is a great moment for their fans.
Yeah,
there's a love story. Yeah. It's to whoever's telling it and whoever the author is. Like, end of the day, and the killer is the people that speak on Man United hate this club severely. Yeah. You know, that's what it comes down to. There's not a lot of teams that have dropped into this competition from 3rd and won it. They was even saying before, that rewarding people for failing in the Champions League was ridiculous. There was many cries that it shouldn't happen, you know, and funny enough, those cries started to happen more when Man United dropped out and we went on a run.
Well, you're right. You're right, though, KG, with that, to be fair, actually, because that was the complaint, wasn't it, when those Champions League teams did drop down, which was, well, it takes the opportunity away from like a smaller team, you know, a team all the way through. Exactly, all the way through, and particularly when that was the part of it added where if you win, you get into the Champions League next season. Going, it'd be good to see those Europa League teams get an opportunity because they might not get a chance to get into the Champions League any other way. So that's their way into the Champions League. But like you said, if it's us, then that's terrible.
And then let's understand this as well, because it's double-sided speak, you know, on both sides of your mouth. If we realized there was no Champions League. There was no Champions League for this tournament, we just wouldn't take it seriously. We'd play the kids, and not worry about Thursdays. We wouldn't take it. We'd get knocked out early. We've had to risk it. You know what it was when you say them Thursdays and Sunday games are not helping anyone. They're tough. Yeah. As soon as we realize this tournament doesn't benefit us, we're not doing what you expect to do in it. We'll treat it like the Johnson Paint Trophy. We'll probably treat it like the Carabao. Because, yes, it's a prize pot, but is it really going to benefit us? No. So we've had to pay attention that's deserved, and we've done the job that's needed. All these people that keep telling you, I don't think Arsene Wenger is qualified to talk about a European trophy he's never won in any format. In any format. You haven't won it, bro. What are you doing? I would like to hear from somebody who understands this, bro. I like to hear from someone, you're talking about fairness, this, that, and the other. Brother, move. And everyone else that's what I'm trying to say,
you made it, win it, man.
Simple as that. You move, bro. Don't tell me, because if it was your team right now in this situation, because we still have to do the job. We beat Lyon. Yeah, we beat Lyon. That was tough, and they're high up there. They're telling us when Cherky and all them players. What's the other Spanish team that he played before them as well? Sociedad. These are all teams, that potentially are going to qualify for the Champions League next season. So, are we not ready if we beat these teams?
Also, I just think it's, you know what it is, bro. Ruben said it perfectly. I don't know if you saw the presser. He went, mate, we just played to the flipping rules. At the beginning of the season, this is the rules. The rules are, if you qualify in the top 5, well, it was top 4 for a bit, but we assumed it'd be top 5 with the amount of teams there. If you qualify top 4, top 5, you get to Champions League. If you win the Europa League, you get to the Champions League. It's the rules. He said, if they change the rules, change it. Change it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this season, we're just playing to the rules. Again, the outrage has never been there. It hasn't existed until Man United have exploited it. Even in 2017, listen, I know we wasn't as bad in the league then. When did we finish there? Did we finish 6th that year?
6th that year, yeah.
We finished 6th, innit? But even that version of United finishing 6th was a new thing. That's like really low for us. So that's not the equivalent of 13th, but it's like proper low. It's like flipping out. What the hell was Man United doing in the league? But Jose prioritized that. I remember going to the Emirates and he was playing Axel Tuanzebe and that, you know what I mean, to just try and get through because we had the Europa League final, Europa League coming up, took licks at the Emirates and that, prioritized it. But because Jose, and at the time, no one cared. It's like, yeah, Jose, serial winner weights, what he does. It's what he does. Narrative's not there. So if at the beginning of the season or any other seasons previous, all these neutrals and all these know-it-alls and all these ex-managers thought it was that much of a disgrace for any team, where were they then? Why weren't they saying
Well, it'd be like I said, it'd be the same thing, wouldn't it? If you know, if for instance, if we were in and around the top 4 this season and we finished 5th and we qualified for the Champions League through that, then there would be a debate of getting that extra team. Is that really right? 100%. They're just trying to get the big teams in it, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're just trying to get the big teams. It's only an issue. It's only a debate point. Like no disrespect, but let's say like West Ham were a few years ago in the Conference League. If it was West Ham on the way to a final of the Europa League right now, there'd be this whole thing about going, look at that. What a story. What a story. 17th in the Premier League. Oh, I tell you what, that's brilliant, isn't it? Narrative. It's just because it doesn't really fit, does it? So there you go. We've got loads of super chats, by the way.